Hello gamers and welcome to second game between GustGod and Espresso in Division 4 of SD2 Division League Group C. It's another Maverick mirror. GustGod playing 11th SS Panzer Grenadier, Nordland, really cool division. And Espresso playing 7th Mech, also a really cool division in the current meta with all the Soviet buffs. It's really strong, I think. And they played Ilomantsi, which I think is quite good for 7th Mech as well. And yeah, check out the first game. I've cast it on the channel. It's already available. Check it out if you want to see who won. And now let's take a look at GustGod's division. They play on Ilomantsi, like I said. Okay, here we go. We see in the Recon tab the Schwedenzug. It's a really cool Recon unit. It can fight 2 MG34, semi-automatic rifles, PPSH. It's a really nice unit. Aufklärer, they are double-vetted, force double-vetted. And Aufklärer, they can come in the SPW222, which is a really nice, annoying vehicle. And you can use them in the campaigns as well. And if the SPW222 dies, and your Aufklärer doesn't, you actually keep the unit as the unit combination won't disappear, and you can carry on with them in the next battle. Then we see the SPW231 and a Puma, both single vetted, and then in B phase SDKZ259. This is a really good infantry support vehicle for the price, and yeah, it's very good. Infantry tab, not too great, but it's enough. You get pioneers in A and B phase. In B phase, he vets them. I mean, you lose only one if you upvet them in A phase, so I don't know. Maybe because of why that didn't upvet them. There's also more Sturm pioneers in B phase, so quite some C power there. Unvetted P grants MG26. The MG26 ain't that great, and unvetted makes them even worse, but look at the cool camouflage they've got. And then the P grants, normal P grants in B phase, and grants with Panzerfaust in B phase as well, double vetted in. And then Panzer Grenadier MG26 in C phase, single vetted, no leader. Then in the tank tab, Luke 4, which is fantastic. This 10mm extra armor really helps. Luke 3 is double vetted phase, and the Stück 3 Führer in B phase, double vetted, and the Panther D double vetted in B phase as well. So yeah, against 7th Mech, not sure if you should not rather take another card of Panthers. Double vetted in B phase as well. Support tab, Flamers, IG-18, MG-42 unvetted again, IG-33 and Opel Blitz. Yeah, good choice. He doesn't go for the Stuka zu Fuß, which could be a tool to deal with the ISUs, but yeah, damage output hit. Anti-tank captured this 3, a Pak 40 and another Pak 40. Doesn't go for the Jagdpanzer SU-76, that usually trades up, but you have limited spots here. Anti-air, SDKZ in A phase and double vetted Flak 36 in B phase, and then a single vetted Flak 88 in. Well, it's a good call despite the price buff. This still ain't too great, but now you can, it used to be 90, now it's 80. You can bring that single vet with one unit. Double vet, you lose more, but still have 4 of these units. Too bad. Mobile AA in A phase is really good because it's fast and damage immediately. He goes for the Batterieführer, that's where he got his leaders. He goes for the Vielfachwerfer. Oh yeah, I think the Stuttgart zu Fuß is also maybe not really a T unit because it's not the Wurfrahmen. Well, Vielfachwerfer, HE rockets, schwere Feldhaubitze. He doesn't go for the SK-18, which is a counter battery tool. Very precise and rate of fire. If there's an SK-18, I would always take it. It would be my priority in a division with the SK-18 to take that one. Air tap goes for the go, like in 20th Panzer. Get some napalm bombs here. Nice. Then the really cool feature here is obviously the Arado. Both of them in A phase. And then B phase, Focke-Wulf F9, Focke-Wulf 198, the good one with medium resilience, good fighter, and he doesn't go for the Junkers. Unfortunately, there are no slots for that because they are really cool, and this one can, you know, dive bomb twice even, or at least drop the bomb twice. If you micro your bomb loadout. So Ilomantsi, it's very open map, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure if this is the perfect pick, because this is like your only 2K tool. I mean, obviously you've got the bombers, which is nice, but other than that, you only have one 2K tool. I don't think that's great. So let's see what Espresso did with 7th Mech. So 7th Mech is a division I enjoyed playing quite a while back. Was kind of Flix's favorite division, I think, or one of his favorite divisions. So I also played against it quite a bit. And you can see there's lots of units in here. And you see the Razvedka twice with the bazooka. Fantastic unit. In my playoff game, actually, I almost, well, not my playoff game, but my last game in the group stage, it was a best of 3 in the end, because we had to play who goes on to the playoffs, because we had the same points. And I almost picked 7th Mech, but then I didn't. I picked something else. And Strelky DP, single vetted, 12 cards. Yeah, cheap-ish unit, but these Thessaloniki come in an M2. Perry brings them in the after. He could single vet them. After Machiki in B phase is really good. CQC, Strelky DP in B phase, and then Strelky SVT. SVT is pretty good. Semi-automatic rifle. In C phase, no leader in B phase, but there's the Saperi Kumroti here in A phase, so that's very cheap, very good leader with full availability on 20 points. Bazooka is really good. I tend to like bazookas or AT on my leader. He's the cheapest leader, so I think that's why he went for that one. Smoke tends to be a bit better for survivability, but this is also good. And with smoke, you could actually deny a bomb drop. Smoke on time. Then you get the Matilda 2. Yes, a new video on the Tank Museum channel on the Matilda 2. Really interesting tank. It was in service from, I think, October 1939 till the very end of the war. So really cool. It's not often. It's only in 2 divisions, I think. That one. Su-76I. KV-1S Komroti. It's a leader. 34 76s. In A and B phase, they can dish out quite some damage in CQC as well with their 2 DT guns, 2 DT machine guns. And then in C phase, we get another one. All of them are double vetted, and why not? They're only Stuks. And he's got 100mm penetration. The Stuk 4 with 100mm armor will be a bit tricky to pen, but the others should be possible. And obviously, you can try to overwhelm the opponent with the number of the tank at your disposal. In the support tab, Ognemechiki, Maxim, and then range tools, the SU-122 and the SU-152, which is kind of like a slightly up version with regards to armor. Particularly the sides are much better armored. Front is also a bit better armored. It looks more than 50mm better front armor, but it's only 50mm. To lose the heat shells though, shells here on the SU-122, 1.5 kilometer range is 160mm penetration, so that's a threat for the Panthers. They get in range, and here you only have HE, and in both cases your HE range is 2 kilometer. Anti-tank, he got the PTS, so we can expect some PTS cheesy, sneaky early stuff. Then the M42, SU-85, SU-76, unvetted, interestingly. You would only lose 2 and gain 9% points accuracy. I would definitely upvet them. And they also have APCRs, so they are very, very dangerous, cost efficient. And then only 1 cards of ISU 122S with 200mm penetration, but only 125mm armor can be panned. Anti-air, the Zenard, 37mm and also 25mm. Now with the personally I would possibly take these in A phase unvetted because you're more flexible, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's also quite cheap, so you can position 2 of them. Already have 2 lanes covered instead of just 1, so it's not bad actually. And then the Zenard 37mm got buffed in the patch, and now you can vet it and lose less units. So this is now really really good, and it's very difficult to play against Soviets with an air deck basically, and they will be able to stop the Arados, in my opinion. Then we've got a terrorist here for recon purposes, and also because I think he wants them to fight at least a bit, and also, you know, for the radio. Then the SU-76, I don't like that much, but within radio range, they can do something with the HE shells, and they can fight against tanks as well. Artillery leader, also just used as a leader, and then an off map. Unfortunately, well, the off map is at the same time a tank with a functional gun. It's actually a good call. 203mm, I think, means 2 charges, less than 200mm 3 charges, I think. Other interesting options are the Katyusha. That's quite cheap. You get 2. If you pair them, it's not bad. It's like an off map, but obviously it eats through ammo as well. It's a bit more micro intensive than an off map, and it's not a tank. Air E3R, and that's the recon fighter. Very decent. Machine gun loadout, and very slow though. And then we see a P2 bomber. Just to have a bomber, you can work as a fighter a bit as well. And yeah, you can drop the bombs twice. None of the shitty fighters is here. And then none of the P2 super good. I think they have better resilience than now. And now they are not so good anymore. They are still good, but not as good as they used to be. So yeah, let's jump to the map. And here we are on Ilomantsi. On the left hand side in red, we've got Espresso playing 7th Mech, and on the right hand side we've got GustGod playing 11th SS, the Rado bombers. And Ilomantsi is one of the 2 maps that it's actually for which you require a DLC, Fate of Finland. The other one is Tali-Ilantala, and that's kind of like a mistake because it splits the player base a little bit. and Eugene has never done it since then, neither in Division 2 nor in WARNO. So you get the maps usually as a, like, not usually, but you always get them as like free reinforcement packs, which is really cool. But they did not retroactively make this free. And recently I actually had an opponent in a tournament game, did not have the DLC, and we were to play on that map, I think, and this or the other one, and so we couldn't. But yeah, this is, I think, a very unbalanced map. Quite a while back, maybe now 2 or 3 years ago, there was this range patch. Everything more or less had like 2-kilometer range. Now it doesn't. And I think on this map, if you are blue, you're a bit screwed. Because here you can already see you need like lots of range to reach your opponents here, but your opponent can see you on the hill as well. So if you position some AA here, you can be hit. Now this flag usually is stolen by red. It's very easy to walk a unit here, hide it here, and have support units, you know, somewhere here, for example, to threaten that, or maybe even here. So theoretically, who needs to deploy in here? But then again, this can be attacked by planes, so you need AA, so it's really tricky. This flag usually falls. As the blue player, you have a nice chance to block the bridge if you position yourself kind of like in here. This is where red can have a little bit of a hard time getting in here. But on the other hand, red can get into here as well and threaten the entire reinforcement here. Now these flags are very open. Also the reinforcement roads are a bit open, and it's hard for blue to hold them. You need to go in aggressively, I think. And you can't do much support from above. You can do a little bit of support here, but not that all that great. And now GustGod doesn't have much AA, much 2-kilometer range. And we have one deployment here with a Recon unit that he apparently wants to walk through. And then we see more deployment here, very barebone. This is where actually, well, this is a bit tricky as well because there's like a swamp. Reinforcing this flag is a bit tricky. This can get snatched. As the blue player, you have a decent chance of attacking this, getting into position here. But the opponent then has to move across the hill or around the corner. You can get some nice shots here, and you can try to win that hill. Win that hill, you get 3 flags, and it can kind of compensate you for the loss of these 3, in my opinion. But it's a bit easier to steal these 3 flags than it is to steal these 3 flags. They're also a bit deeper into enemy territory. But yeah, that's what, in my opinion, usually happens. Let's take a look. Very aggressive deployment here, as to be expected. He's got the tools for that with his very fast units, even the PTIS unit here, sitting just on the road trying to get a shot off. You see first AA, probably because of the bomber here, the Recon bomber, the Recon plane. And yeah, he will play against the Arado, so why not already start getting some cheap AA out? So that's a good deck build, actually, considering that. There's this cheap Recon plane. Here you can see how aggressive this deployment is. If it works, it will be very difficult for GustGod to bounce back. Also here, aggressive deployment. We also see some PTS sneak play here. Get some transport snipes. And yeah, with the barebone deployment up there, it's going to be tricky. And this is actually a, well, and you can see here it's quite a long way blue has to go. But what he apparently intends to do with his Recon vehicles in particular is go very aggressively onto these flags and win these flags. And that's actually a good game plan, because otherwise would lose that anyway. I think it's a bit of all-in move. Looks like it. But we'll see how that goes. And here we are. And it's, by the way, lovely to see the Recon planes. P3 will be able to shoot down the Go. if it gets behind it, presumably at least. So lots of information already being shared. Oh, all these units are going this way. Interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Actually not going for the kill. Here you can see this flag already taken simply by speed, and this one will fall now as well. And it's already 14-10 without an effort, and this one falls as well thanks to the fast units here. So without making an effort, it's just because it's a faster div, it's already 15-9. The only time when you should pick this map, in my opinion, is when you expect your opponent to be much better than you, or at least noticeably better than you, and that you would usually, in an even fight, always lose, or most of the time at least. Then you can pick Ilomantsi and hope that you play on the red side, and that might give you the edge. Here we see the Matilda. Matilda is super slow, but once it arrives, it's actually really good. It's got a 2-pounder mounted on top. 2-pounder gun. Now we see what this push does, and I think it might actually work, but it's 16-8. That's obviously very devastating. With all those M42 guns, the PTSGs, 2 AA pieces. Yeah, the forced back here, despite the medium resilience already falling back. This is actually a good call. Oh, when it goes down, that's huge. It's a good call to bring the flamer here to hold the flag, because it so often gets snatched. And look at this. This flag got snatched. Flamer here would have helped as well. Now the units here going down, they won't have a chance against the Tanko Desaniki. Double vetted. And this push on the M42, will it shoot again? It will, and the loader gets wounded. Goes down now, and there's a Maxim hiding still. And there needs to be follow-up. The Stück 4, good call, Pioneer. There's still one unit in here. But there's now a T-34 and yeah, and the Matilda. Good counters here. And only this Pioneer is holding the front line here. If this Pioneer dies, then it will be 16-8. 1 P Grand coming in. It is painful to see this slaughter. Look how red this already is. There's like nothing here. And this is snatched. Oh my goodness. There's nothing being called in to contest this. And now the SPWs are being attacked by the T-34. Matilda will join in a moment. First one is falling back. Su-76 redirected. The APCR, it can take it out, but you only have 2 APCR, well, 3 APCR shots with the AP. Should be able to win against this as well, but I don't know if it's micro. The Opel Blitz going down. Matilda being shot at by the IG-18. Sorry, Su-76 being shot at. 13-11 now, and SDKFZ is coming out. This is a good position, because it's kind of outside of the range of the threat. Stück 4 is at the right spot now. Shooting at the T-34, I presume, but misses. It's very unfortunate. And yeah, it should win against the T-34. It's a good counter against the T-34, but it needs to see it, obviously. The Tanko Desaniki will go down. Okay, no. Oh, it shouldn't. It should hit. It's only single vetted, so... Crew killed. Oh, we missed that, but it dropped the bombs on the IG-33, another loss, and the SDKFZ unvetted. Yeah, doesn't manage to take it out, I think. No. Up here in the north, just about holding out. The Matilda, 40 points, is brawling against the Puma and wins. This is already suppressed. He needs to withdraw it ASAP. Stück coming in now to hold the line. 16-8 though. And this entire push has been denied. Was good while it lasted. But now this is all red. This is Red Indian land. But yeah, there's no way. A desperate push here by the MG42. Stuck went down to this blob of tanks and tank destroyers. Schwedenzug now forcing back the Strelke DP. 15-9. The Pioneer needs to move a little bit, just a little bit, to stop the double tick. Trades so far have been horrific, and Espresso GustGod doesn't even have the chance to call out the Rado. And the earlier you bring it, the more it can pay off. But now with the double vetted Senat, maybe a bit close to the forest, it will start shooting rather late, I think. Stuck 4 still on the way. Now this forced back. These should win against the Oknovachiki, against the Tenko. Maybe not. To go, to see something, but yeah, there's another AAP. So now all there's a good AAPs, and then 3 shitty ones. So he can still bring out 2 more in A phase. And look, this just gets shredded. And GustGod building up some infantry. You will need to wait for the Stuck 4 in order to push back. He's actually still holding his flags. Oh, it's looking dreadful here. T-76 shooting, and the half-track surrendering. Oh, and this flag will fall as to be expected. And this will fall next. He just continues driving. "11 minutes, 22 seconds. See some unvetted Pioneers coming in, but yeah, what are they going to do? Another IG gun. Another Recon plane going down. Loader knocked out. Oh, but there's a bounce. And Matilda goes down. Now this Pioneer needs to move. Needs to move. A support mortar would have been nice, but there is none back. Not sure right now, but oh, no side shot here. Here would be a bit better. It would be more concealed. Rate of fire is just about good enough. Get 1 shot off at least. And should theoretically be spotted and attack. But it's not hit. Lots of units now coming in. Very nice movement here by Espresso. Going along the hill for the IG-18. I mean, the Stuck 4 can now brawl with these tanks, but they're in a good position here. They are threatening the road here. They can't be attacked from the hill. In the north, in the meantime, GustGod is pushing a little bit forward, but it doesn't really help that much because he's not been able to capture a flag just yet. He will in a moment. Presumably. And oh, but there's an Su-76 and it's in radio range. Nice. Without radio range it's really bad, but with radio, take another look. Actually quite decent. Suppressing the units here. Now they are moving in. Oh, quite far off here. Red waves are pouring in. Now this Matilda also threatening all of this. SDK said very much forward deployed. The half track went down, presumably even to the IG-18 or the W2. I think I missed the Stück 4 going down. Fortunately, here it is. It's too ballsy. It must surely be killed by the Rasvetka. It was too offensive. Without infantry support. This is not in the cover. We see the Arado, well, we can hear it first and then see it. Very unfortunate, it was a blind shot, so it didn't do too much. It's also super damaged, it will take ages to return. And these units are just chilling here, I don't know why. Here you can see how vital this flamer is, otherwise this flag would have changed its owner as well. Now these units are moving forward. What do they want to achieve? You can see the Su-76 lurking. Oh my goodness. Used for the artillery role. Helping out the Schwedenzug. CKFZ going for the PE2. Will it get the kill? Presumably not. Oh, it does. Spent too much time above it. And we see a proper push here. They can just drive through. There's just this one unit. Now even pinned down, it will get surrendered, and those two flags will fall in due course. This one now and this one in a bit. So we'll now shift and walk this way. ESU here. Oh no, this is why I hate this map so much. This position here, if you're not aware of it, you will lose so many units. He stopped these units, but this one not so much. Now he unloaded it, good. Won't be able to take it out. Stück 4 chilling here, very defensive deployment. IG-33, but what is he supposed to do with this amount of units against 3 Su-76? Nice. Stück leader. Egran, not yet unloaded. Also he's got MG-34, so won't be able to shoot here properly. $17,700. Buck 40, good micro here to switch off the APCR, and also good micro here to use actually smoke to cover that off. Let's try to. The bomb drop we missed, I think, probably here somewhere. Didn't do too much. Still, everything is very red. Soviets are now so efficient. I think they might have almost been buffed a bit too much. Now this Su-76 actually suppressing this unit, and that's with radio, thanks to the artillerist, I think. Maybe not, but I think it is, because look, too much dispersion here. $17,700. see the Vielfachwerfer, but what is the Vielfachwerfer supposed to do now? And the Panther getting on the hill. This entire area here was never really contested or trying, and GustGod never could try to take it back. Lost so many points here in the initial deployment, and then Espresso could manage to, you know, use his reinforcements to basically push back and capture this safely. Rook 3 is now in danger. Might lose against these units here. And it's getting stressed, so it's missing like everything. Half track taking out the SDKFZ. That's very painful. Well, it's not quite taken out yet. Now redirecting. The half track doing half track things, but yeah, it stopped and then it's sealed its fate. Now it will get sideshotted. No. Should win the fight against the T-34. Bounce. That range, yeah, well. $17-7. Needs to find like 3 flags. I don't see any flag that he could take swiftly. Maybe this one, and it's the only one. So whenever you are in a situation to play Ilomantsi, try to prevent it unless you play against a better player and speculate that you might get to play on red side. Panther now here also just chilling. Will we see a shot by the Vielfachwerfer? Could shoot anywhere on the map, more or less, and have a chance of hitting a Soviet unit. Panther D already penned once. Yeah, well, it was a bit shaky. What did pen it? I don't know. Bit unfortunate pen, I guess. Back to 59. Thanks to this flag here. Vielfachwerfer shooting. Going for the artillery. AA blob. Not doing too much, but suppression. No. That didn't change the course of the game. 1 second and it's over. GG, well played by both players. I think it's bit tough to play on GustGod's side, and the vision pick was tricky unless you make the Arados work right from the get-go. At least the one you've got in A phase, and then also the initial push didn't work out, which didn't help. Matisse is a very good player. I've played against him, so he's a better player than I am, sure. And Espresso quite apparently as well. All traded GustGod heavily, but that's also because of the division pick. And part of the process in League and most tournaments is fans. I think that with this map and this division choices, I think GustGod was in for a tough fight. C76 traded up significantly. Very efficient tools. Here also the Matilda 2, 40-point unit, and just the Puma is already 5 or so. ISU 122S, what it must be like somewhere in the center or north. Got the Panther. Then are there any allied heroes? Yeah, this bomb run, Matilda and 4. Führer tried its best, but it's not enough. Yeah, that's it. Also check out the game I cast first, and check out all the other content as well. Check out the other content creators like Dead Knight and Commander Owl and Attack Power and so on. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.